Hey, welcome back to Myron Golden Insights. If this is your first time here, listen. You just stumbled onto something that's about to change your entire financial future. And if you've been here before, you know we don't play games with mediocrity on this channel. Now, before we get started, I need you to do something for me. I need you to hit that subscribe button right now, not later, not after the video, right now. Why? Because what I'm about to share with you in the next few minutes is going to challenge everything you thought you knew about wealth, and you're going to want to come back and watch this again. You're going to want to share this with somebody, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, because we're about to go deep. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you woke up this morning and the first thing you thought about was money? I need to make more money. I need to get more money. I don't have enough money. Raise your hand if that's you. Most of you, right? But let me tell you something that's going to blow your mind. You're focused on the wrong thing. You're chasing the wrong currency. See, everybody's out here talking about, I need money, I need money, I need money, but nobody's talking about the one resource that once you lose it, you can never get it back. And that resource is time. Today we're going to talk about why time is more valuable than money. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, I need money to pay my bills. I need money to take care of my family. I need money to survive. And you're absolutely right, but here's what I'm going to show you today. When you understand the true value of time, when you understand how to think about time, the way wealthy people think about time, money becomes the byproduct. Money becomes the result of you properly valuing and leveraging your time. Now I'm going to warn you right now. What I'm about to share with you is going to make you uncomfortable. It's going to challenge your thinking. It might even make you angry at yourself for all the time you've wasted up until this point. But here's what I need you to understand. You can't change what happened yesterday, but you can change what happens today and every day moving forward. So I need you to stay with me from the beginning of this video all the way to the end. Don't skip around, don't fast forward, don't get distracted by a text message or a phone call. Give me your full attention for the next several minutes, because what I'm about to share with you has the power to transform not just your bank account, but your entire life. I'm going to break down two major concepts for you today. First, I'm going to show you why money is renewable, but time is not, and what that means for how you should be making decisions every single day. Second, I'm going to reveal to you the fundamental difference between how wealthy people and poor people think about time. And when you see this distinction, when you really see it, you'll never be able to unsee it. Are you ready? Because we're about to get started, and I promise you, if you stay with me until the end, you will not be the same person you were when you clicked on this video. Let's go. Money is renewable, time is not. Listen to me very carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is going to shake everything you thought you knew about wealth and success. Most people spend their entire lives chasing money, and they miss the whole point. They miss the entire point. You want to know why? Because they don't understand the difference between a renewable resource and a non-renewable resource. Money is renewable. Let me say that again so it sinks in. Money is renewable. If I go out today and I lose $100,000, guess what I can do? I can go make another $100,000. If I lose $1 million, I can make another $1 million. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to take some work? Absolutely. But can it be done? Yes, it can be done. You see people lose fortunes and make them back all the time. You see people go bankrupt and become millionaires again. You see people who had nothing build something, lose it, and build it again, even bigger than before. Why? Because money is a renewable resource. As long as you have time, as long as you have the knowledge, as long as you have the skills and the willingness to serve people and solve problems, you can always make more money, always. But time, oh, that's a different story. That's a completely different story. Time is the one resource that once you spend it, it's gone forever. Not for a day, not for a week, not for a year, forever. You cannot manufacture time. You cannot create time. You cannot borrow time from tomorrow and bring it to today. You cannot go back and reclaim the time you wasted yesterday. Think about that for a second. Really think about that. Every single second that passes right now as I'm talking to you, that second is gone. You will never get it back. The hour you spent scrolling through social media this morning, gone. The years you spent in a job you hated because you were afraid to take a risk, gone. The time you wasted arguing with people who don't matter about things that don't matter, gone, gone, gone. And here's what breaks my heart. I see people every single day treating money like it's more valuable than their time. They'll drive across town to save $5 on gas, wasting an hour of their life for $5. They'll spend years in a dead-end job because it pays them a few $1,000s more than pursuing their dream would pay them initially. They'll sacrifice time with their children, time with their spouse, time developing their gifts and talents, all for money that they could make in a million different ways. Now let me tell you something that the wealthy understand that broke people don't understand. The wealthy understand that time is the ultimate asset. You see, with money, you can buy things. You can buy cars, you can buy houses, you can buy clothes, you can buy jewelry. But with time you can build legacies. With time you can develop skills that nobody can take from you. With time you can build relationships that money cannot buy. With time you can discover your purpose and walk in your divine calling. Let me break this down even further because I want you to really get this. When you have money in the bank, that money just sits there. It might earn a little interest, but it's just sitting there. It's static. But when you have time, time is opportunity. Every single day you wake up with 24 brand new hours is 24 hours of pure opportunity. That's 24 hours you could use to learn something new. That's 24 hours you could use to build something that lasts. That's 24 hours you could use to impact someone's life in a way that echoes into eternity. But see, here's the trap that most people fall into. They think, well, I need money to pay my bills, so I've got to trade my time for money. And yes, you do need money to pay your bills. I'm not telling you to be irresponsible, but what I am telling you is that if all you're doing is trading time for money, you're playing a game you can never win. You're on a hamster wheel, and that hamster wheel will run you until you're too old and too tired to run anymore. The question you need to ask yourself is not, how can I make more money? The question you need to ask yourself is, how can I create more value in less time? Because when you create value, money follows. But more importantly, when you learn to create value efficiently, you get to keep your time while the money comes in. I want you to understand something else that's crucial. Time has an expiration date. Your life has an expiration date. We don't like to think about it. We don't like to talk about it. But it's true. You've got a certain number of days on this earth, and you don't even know how many days that is. It could be 30,000 days. It could be 10,000 days. It could be 100 days. You don't know. But what you do know is that every day that passes is one less day you have to do what you're called to do. So when you're sitting there trading your precious, irreplaceable, never coming back time for money that you can make in infinite ways, you're making a bad deal. You're making a terrible deal. It's like trading a Picasso for a photocopy. It's like trading a diamond for a piece of glass. The values are not even close. And here's what really gets me. People will protect their money. They'll put their money in a safe. They'll put their money in investments. They'll think carefully before they spend their money. But their time, they'll waste their time like it grows on trees. They'll give their time away to anyone who asks for it. They'll spend their time on activities that produce absolutely nothing of value in their lives. You want to know what wealthy people do? Wealthy people treat their time like it's the most valuable currency in the world, because it is. They guard their time. They protect their time. They're selective about what they spend their time on and who they spend their time with. Why? Because they understand that money is renewable, but time is not. Wealthy people buy time. Poor people sell time. Now, I'm about to share with you one of the most profound distinctions between the wealthy and the poor. And if you can grasp this, if you can really internalize this, it will transform everything about how you approach building wealth. Are you ready? Here it is. Wealthy people buy time. Poor people sell time. Let me say that again because this is critical. Wealthy people buy time. Poor people sell time. Now, what does that mean? Let me break this down for you in a way that's going to blow your mind. When you go to a job and you work for 8 hours and they give you a paycheck, what did you just do? You just sold your time. You traded 8 hours of your life for money. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with that when you're starting out. We all start somewhere, but if that's all you're doing, if that's your only strategy for making money, you're playing a game that you absolutely, positively cannot win. Why? Because you only have 24 hours in a day. And you can't even sell all 24 of those hours because you've got to sleep, you've got to eat, you've got to do the basic things to stay alive. So at most you can sell maybe 12, 14, 16 hours a day if you really push it. And even then you're going to burn out. Your body is going to break down. Your mind is going to break down. And at the end of all that time you sold, what do you have? You have some money, but you have no time to enjoy it. But wealthy people, they figured out something different. They figured out that instead of selling their time, they need to buy other people's time. They need to leverage other people's time. They need to create systems that work without them having to be there every single second of every single day. Let me give you an example. If you own a business and you have 10 employees working for you, and each of those employees works 8 hours a day, how many hours of productivity do you have working for you? 80 hours. 80 hours in a single day. You just multiplied yourself by 10. That's leverage. That's how wealthy people think. But it goes even deeper than that. Wealthy people don't just buy time through employees. They buy time through systems. They buy time through automation. They buy time through investments. When you put money in a stock, that money is working for you while you sleep. When you own real estate that generates rental income, that property is making you money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether you're working on it or not. That's buying time. See, poor people think the only way to make more money is to work more hours. So they get a second job, they work overtime, they hustle and grind and burn themselves out. And I'm not saying hard work is bad. Hard work is necessary. But if you're working hard, doing the wrong things, you're just digging a hole faster. You're just selling more and more of your precious, irreplaceable time for money that you're going to spend before you even get it. Wealthy people understand that their time is too valuable to sell. Let me say that again. Their time is too valuable to sell. So instead of asking, how many hours can I work? They ask, how can I create value that doesn't require my time? They ask, how can I build something that scales? They ask, how can I leverage technology, leverage other people's skills, leverage systems and processes so that I can create more value in less time? And here's what blows my mind. People will look at wealthy individuals and say, oh, they're just lucky. Oh, they had it easy. Oh, they had money to start with. But they don't see the thinking that's different. They don't see that wealthy people have fundamentally restructured their relationship with time and money. A poor person says, I need to make $5,000 this month, so I need to work 200 hours at $25 an hour. A wealthy person says, I need to make $5,000 this month, so I need to create a product or service that 50 people will pay $100 for, or 100 people will pay $50 for, or 5,000 people will pay $1 for. You see the difference? The poor person is thinking about trading time. The wealthy person is thinking about creating value. Now, let me tell you something that's going to challenge you. If you're still selling your time, you don't have a business, you have a job. Even if you call yourself a business owner, even if you call yourself an entrepreneur, if the business stops making money the moment you stop working, you don't own a business. The business owns you. You've just bought yourself a job with more responsibility and more stress. A true business works without you. A true business is a system that creates value and generates income, whether you show up or not. That's what wealthy people build. They build things that buy them time instead of constantly selling their time to survive. And let me tell you where this really shows up in how people spend the money they make. A poor person makes $1,000 and they spend $1,000 on things that depreciate. on things that consume more of their time. A wealthy person makes $1,000 and they invest that $1,000 in things that will buy them more time in the future. They invest in education that will increase their skills. They invest in systems that will automate their business. They invest in people who can do tasks better and faster than they can. See, when you're poor, you think you can't afford to buy time. You think you can't afford to hire help. You think you can't afford to invest in systems and automation, but that's exactly why you stay poor. Because you're stuck in the time-selling trap. You're too busy working in your life to work on your life. Wealthy people understand that buying time is not an expense. It's an investment. When I pay someone to do something that they can do better than me or faster than me, I'm not losing money. I'm buying time that I can then use to do things that create even more value. That's multiplication. That's leverage. That's how you build real wealth. And here's the thing that most people never figure out until it's too late. You can always make more money. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Money is renewable, but you cannot make more time. So if you're in a position right now where you're selling your time, you need to be asking yourself, what am I going to do with the money I'm making from selling my time? Are you just going to spend it on consumption, or are you going to use that money to buy your time back? Because that's the game. That's the whole game. You sell your time initially to make money, and then you use that money to build systems, to build assets, to build businesses that buy your time back so you don't have to sell it anymore. Now look, if you've stayed with me this far, I want to say thank you. Thank you for investing your time to hear this message. And I hope you understand the irony. You just invested some of your precious, irreplaceable time to learn about how valuable your time is. So the question is, what are you going to do with this information? Let me bring this all together for you. We've covered two massive concepts today. First, we talked about how money is renewable, but time is not. You can always make more money, but you can never make more time. Every second that passes is gone forever, and you need to start treating your time like the priceless, irreplaceable resource that it truly is. Second, we talked about the fundamental difference between how wealthy people and poor people think about time. Poor people sell their time. They trade hours for dollars until they're exhausted and burned out. But wealthy people, they buy time. They create leverage. They build systems. They invest in things that multiply their impact without multiplying the hours they have to work. Here's what I need you to understand. This isn't just theory. This isn't just motivational talk to make you feel good for 5 minutes. This is practical wisdom that if you apply it will literally transform your financial future. But you've got to make a decision right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready, right now. You've got to decide that starting today, you're going to stop wasting your time on things that don't matter. You've got to decide that starting today, you're going to start treating your time like it's worth $1 million an hour. Because when you use it right, it is. You've got to decide that starting today, you're going to shift from selling your time to buying your time back through leverage, through systems, through smart investments. And let me tell you what's going to happen when you make this shift. At first, it's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to feel guilty for saying no to things. You're going to feel selfish for protecting your time. You're going to feel scared to invest money in things that could buy you time back because you're so used to trading time for money. But push through that discomfort. Push through that fear, because on the other side of that discomfort is freedom. The Bible says in Ephesians 5:16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. You know what that means? It means buying back your time, making the most of every single moment you've been given, not wasting a single day on things that don't align with your purpose and your calling. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 30 days, I want you to do an audit of your time. I want you to track where every hour goes. And then I want you to ask yourself, is this activity selling my time, or is it buying me time? Is this moving me toward financial freedom, or is it keeping me trapped in the time for money cycle? And then, based on what you discover, I want you to make one change. Just one. Maybe it's automating something in your business. Maybe it's hiring someone to do a task that's consuming your time. Maybe it's saying no to commitments that don't serve your goals. Just make one change that moves you from selling time to buying time. Listen, if this message resonated with you, if something I said today clicked for you, I need you to do two things right now. Number one, smash that like button. Let me know this message hit home. Let me know you're ready to make a change. Number two, drop a comment below and tell me, what's the first thing you're going to do to stop selling your time and start buying it back? I want to hear from you. I read every single comment, and I want to know what action you're going to take today to shift your relationship with time and money. And if you haven't already subscribed to Myron Golden Insights, what are you waiting for? This channel is dedicated to teaching you the principles of wealth, success, and financial freedom that they don't teach you in school. We go deep on money mindset, business strategy, and building real wealth. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. Remember this. Your time is running out, not to scare you, but to wake you up. Every day you wait is another day gone that you can never get back. So stop selling your time for pennies and start buying your future with wisdom. Until next time, this is Myron Golden Insights, and I'll see you in the next video. Now go out there and make your time count. Peace.